Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be doing the walk with Titan. And Titan's here on a board and train. He's doing extremely well. And now what I'm doing here is starting to, move the script forward a little bit. And so here, I'm taking him out on the street in my neighborhood where there's a lot more distractions and things for him to invest in or try to. So here, the goal is to communicate with him through the leash in a way that's going to keep him within the follower script. Now here, as I do the walk, I'm going to be stopping quite a bit, putting him into the sit position, and when he starts to fixate and look towards other things, I'm going to be interrupting that state of mind. So here we get a parasailer going over close to our neighborhood there, two of them actually. So it's a beautiful night here in Florida, and sun's just starting to drop a little bit. So yeah, so I'm gonna walk him. You're gonna see me. I'll be talking through what I'm doing here as I go. Again, communicating with the leash here. Again, right now a look just still isn't just quite a look yet. So I have to, redirect his state of mind. Okay, and that represents his head will turn in towards me. So here I'm gonna walk forward. As I walk, communicating with the leash. Sit, staying sit, but communicating at the same time. Now the commands are starting to take hold, which is a good sign. When I'm saying sit, he's starting to respond under meaningful influence. The same thing, sit, forward, sit, forward. Again, I got to tap him a little bit. If he starts to turn around, tap him, sit, and yeah. So here this is. So you see his head turning. So the idea is for his head to turn in towards me, okay? Or it doesn't have to be quite right inward, but definitely it needs to be within the follower state of mind. So that's about getting in tune to how he's investing, getting in tune to the levels of that. So here again, you can see my street. There's lots going on here. People out, kids playing, people walking their dogs. I had a neighbor walking their dog the other just a few minutes ago. So same thing, just tap, tap, back into the sit, move forward, tap as I go. So when you're moving forward here, it's important not to keep going if there's resistance, if there's a lot of resistance. So here I'm gonna have to switch here a little bit. And I'm doing a little push-pull. So I have to push-pull with him at times to create a little bit of a higher interruptive state. So just had a neighbor come home here, so she's about to step out of her vehicle. Again, I'm not letting him. He's spinning around here a little bit. Now here, when that happens, tap, tap, back in. So just like redirect that. It's like a little spiking going on. Moving forward. Sit. Tap. Garage door's going up over there. Sit. So the reason why I do lots of sits is just to halt his mind, get him used to coming to a halt here beside me. So the idea is to keep him in the heel position. You don't want him, same thing, tap, 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 his head's turn around, move forward. Spinning around here again a little bit. Now when he does this, I'll explain what this is. And when that happens, you need to move him around and put him into the script. Now, what will trigger that is, again, him investing and starting to really come into a bit of a spike, a little challenge state. So kinetically, just move it around, move him around, because this is very challenging for him on the leash. He's doing really well here, but he'd be just like a teenager at times, having a little fit, wanting to kick a hole in the door. So how you respond to that, again, same thing. I'm going to have to change hands around because I have to use both hands a little bit here when that starts happening to bring them into the script here. Same thing. Move forward. Sit. Move forward. Sit. Move forward. Same thing. Don't let him, as soon as he starts surging, just start communicating, get him back in the sit. Take your time. Sit. Now if he really starts moving forward fast or trying to surge and stop, just take baby steps like I'm doing right now. Just forward a little bit, sit, really halt his mind. Forward, Sit. Down. Put him into a down for a second. Don't let him sniff the ground. Bring him up. Sit. Forward. Sit. He's a great dog. I mean, he's young, but again, he's holding a fair amount of power for his age, and he's pit bull. So, you know, that's the thing about some breeds. You have to be sharp. You can't be wishy-washy. He needs really good communication, sit, and a really good, good leadership. Someone with good leadership skills for him, for sure. Forward, sit, forward, sit. Now the reason for all the sits and halting is that he'll start getting used to that. He'll expect it, and then he'll start staying beside me a lot more, and he's doing pretty good here. He's responding well for going into the sits. But this is how you start to really bring the walk together. Sit. Now I'm going to turn around, go back the other way, tap him a little bit. Now when you turn, I'm going to turn into him. So he's on my left side, so I'm going to turn, move to my left, and then sit. Put him in another sit. I'm going to start moving back towards my home here again. Sit. Now here, the trick is when, now again, he's spinning here. See, there's dogs right in this area. So what he's doing is, this is really surging him to get back in. So when that happens, you see that spinning. That's his mind's pulling in pretty hard, because what's happening is, same thing, puts more pressure on his mind, and it's like it's releasing. But again, the trick of dealing with that is to keep him within the staging area, keep him beside you, keep the leash short, and don't get your hand down there right, especially for bigger dogs, don't get your hand down there right away to pull the script in tight with the sit. Just let it kind of come out a little bit, but be in control. And in fact, you want to always be projecting leadership. That will go away. Sit. Because in this area, I mean, he knows there's dogs in people's backyards and all over the place, so he'll start to spin and go, because what's happening is same thing. See him spinning? He's spinning. Hey, let's spin out a little bit. Back in, push, pull. Sit. That's why this is so important. If you have a young dog, you really want to establish the leash walk, control, leadership. Very, very important. Yes, I mean, dogs are young and they're cute and they're puppies, but you can have problems very, very fast. Dogs have a need, for sure. So here he is spinning again. Back into the sit. Sit. Because what's happening here, this is really pressuring his mind, just the fact that he's under this type of control, and he wants to connect his way, okay? Which means this is why the bridges have to be built this way with dogs. Sit. This is something really to work at. Same thing, you can come around spinning. Now here, what you can do when that spinning starts is to start to use the push-pull, which I'm doing a little bit more. So you can kind of cut that off at the pass a little bit, that spinning, that release. Sit. Forward. Forward, sit. Now we do another down with him. Down. Now the good news is the downs are coming along really well. Again, when he's down here, you have to put a little pressure on him. Don't allow him to put his nose to the ground, okay? So you're doing a little bit of a push-pull when he's down into the down position. Then sit, bring back up. That just helps to, it helps to create change. Same thing, sit. Now again, there's kids down here playing. Same thing. I'm going to stop, just patiently, just moving forward in little steps here. Sit. He sees he's focusing in on now. He starts to focus in. I want to angle him a little bit here, so I'm going to angle him. So if you notice the dog starting to focus in on another person, they start getting intense. You want to move them to the side a little bit so you get a better picture of what they're doing, which means they're trying to blow you off and move beyond you. Then you can, the idea is to, you can picture the leash as a paintbrush and you're painting yourself back into that picture, okay? So by how you communicate through the leash, okay? So you want to make sure you're always, everything's very controlled, like a controlled exercise, because you don't want dog fixating. Now he's starting to float pretty good here beside me, which means that that's what will happen. You're going to get some leash slack in the leash, and he's just not going to come forward. See that there's moments here, then the same thing, spiking up again. We do the push pull. Forward, sit, forward, sit, sit. Good. So there you get a glimpse into how to do the walk. Again, you get that, especially with certain breeds, especially pits. What'll happen is you'll get a real, a really high spike like that, especially when they're you're starting to tighten the script up a little bit. Then you get other dogs and things that they want to invest in. What's happening is their mind pulls in, and so the best way to deal with that is to keep, like I was doing there, they're spinning, letting that energy release itself, but make sure you keep them within the staging area right beside you. And then you want to start to interrupt that, starting to bring that together. But just understand there's a way to, this is a smart way to do it. That starts to diminish, okay? But it's one of these things where we're starting to progressively put more pressure on his mind, but in a way that's not going to stress him out. So in fact, during this process, stress is actually coming off him, because the follower role is a happy role for him. So anyway, he's doing extremely well. This is going into week 2 now with him, and you'll see some more of the walk here in the next couple days. And Titan's a great dog. Like I said, just needs good leadership, just like all dogs. So just keep that in mind when you're doing the walk. It's really important to establish a really good line of communication. Don't think distance. Think where the mind is at, okay? So even for exercise, believe it or not, if you make your walk shorter and you're starting to bring the dog in the follower script, you're exercising mind and body. So even though you're not walking as far, you're actually engaging them more, so it really wears them out. And besides, it takes the stress off them, which means that when you're done doing a really good relational changing walk, they'll sleep. I mean, I've had dogs, they'll sleep for hours, okay, because it really takes stress off them and they feel really good. So anyway, a little update on Titan. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.